Hello friends, in today's tutorial we're going to learn how to make this beautiful beret. Let's get started. So the materials needed include fiber sheets. I divided my half-inch fiber sheet and sliced it into two, making 1/4 inches. We have my marking pen, my scissors, have my tape roll, my measuring tape, my marking paper, my pattern paper. You can use any paper. You can use cardboard paper for drafting the pattern, or you can also use other paper. Then I have my mannequin. That's how to measure the head circumference. Take it round the head. The total head circumference of the mannequin is 22, but I'm using my own head circumference measurement, which is 23. I'm using 23 here. Then I have my brown paper, fold it into two. The paper, the measurement of the paper is 9 inches by 5 inches. So we divide the head circumference, which is 23, by 7. Since we are having 7 patterns, you have 7 patterns of the beret. So we mark 1 inch, like so. You roll it. Afterwards, you mark 8 inches on that side. Mark 8 inches upwards. Then you mark the quarter of your head circumference. Head circumference divided by 7. Whatever you get, you mark it. Then you mark 5 inches, like so. Then I'm marking 1.75 inches. 1.75 inches. You connect those points together. Connect them together. Voila! You have your pattern here. Connect those points together. That's 8 inches. You have 8 inches. The height is 8 inches. Then the width is 1.75 inches. Remember, we need 7 patterns of this. 7 patterns. 7 pieces of that. Then you cut out the shape. You cut out the shape. Carefully. So after I have my shape here, that's my pattern. That's our pattern for the berets. And we need about 7 pieces of those. So it all depends on what you want. If you want to make it 8 pieces, that means you divide your head circumference by 8. So whatever you get will be the width of it. So here now, I've placed my pattern paper on the fabric and I'm cutting out 7 pieces, like so. I'm cutting out 7 pieces of the fiber material and 7 pieces of the fabric. Then I have another piece of the material for the band, for the base of the beret, which will serve as the band. So that's the band. So let's measure it. The band. So the band measures 23 inches, which is the head circumference. 23 inches. So you can add like ½ inch for allowance, for sewing allowance. So 23 inches by 2 inches. That's the measurement of my band. (23 by 2 inches). Okay, so the full length will be 23. Unfold, it will be like 12.5. But if you have allowance for sewing, then I do the same. Place the fabric on my lining, my interface, my lining. So I cut 7 pieces of that too. So all together we have the 7 pieces of fabric, 7 pieces of the lining materials, and 7 pieces of fiber. So we join them together like so. So afterwards I've moved to my sewing machine to join those pieces together. Sorry, here you have 2 ways of doing it. I actually forgot to place the fiber underneath before sewing. So you can firstly attach your fibers, each piece of the fiber to each piece of the material. You can attach then before you join together, or you can do it like this too. So we're joining them together. Join them together. So I'm done with joining the 7 parts together. So after joining, remember your fiber is supposed to be underneath the material. You're supposed to join the fiber with the fabric before you seal it up. So we seal it up like that. Make a small hole. We're going to fix that little handle. So then I went back to fixing my fiber. Remember I said earlier that I ought to have attached the fiber to each piece of the fabric before joining them together. So I had to go back to fix the fiber on the fabric like so. So that's a little piece, okay, just 2.5 inches by 1.5 inch. So you fold it in like so, fold it twice and fold on top of each other. Then you sew the edge, sew the edge down, okay. So you fold it in like so, and you push it into the small hole that was made on top of at the mouth of the joining of the patterns. So you push it in like so. You push it in like so. I went ahead to push it in like that. Then you stitch it down. You gather the mouth together and stitch it down properly. This is where I went ahead to stitch it down to ensure that it's properly fixed in. Even if you pull it, it doesn't detach from the rest part of the beret. Then I went ahead to join the fabrics, the lining, the pieces of the lining together. I joined everything together just the way I joined the body of my beret together. So I joined together. So I join the lining fabrics together piece by piece, just the same way I did for the body of the beret. Then I'm done here. So I have the 7 pieces all joined together, and I secure the end. I secure the remaining parts together. So pick up the fabric, place the front of the fabric and the front of the beret together, the right side of the fabric facing right side of the lining, right side of the lining. So I have my elastic band, cut it out, cut out my elastic band. You can attach it to the band like this, or you wait till after you might have finished joining all the parts of the beret together. When you're about sealing it up at the end, you can fix your lining, or if you know you can be able to fix it like this, you can do it this way too. You can fix it that way. Then remember the band. The band is supposed to be sewn directly on the body of the beret before you put in your lining to turn it. Before you sew up your lining to turn it. So in this place, I was trying to attach the band to the body of the beret. Then I placed it inside the lining, making sure that the front of the lining is facing the front of the body while the band is in between, just like this, just like this. Then you sew in together, leaving like half-inch allowance, or do I say sew it, leaving about half-inch allowance for sewing. So you do it like so. Try to make sure there's not a place left out. You arrange properly before sewing in, just like this. So I went ahead to turn it out. I went ahead to turn it out. Then the remaining space in between, you can then fix in your line, your elastic. You can fix the elastic and seal it up. So I went ahead to fix the elastic, then seal it up just like so. Seal it up just like so. Voila! The beret is ready. This is the finished look. And thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.